All right, Coach, we are pleased as always to be bringing you coverage of the National Football League on EA Sports. We thought the old place was loud. Somehow this place got even louder a short time ago as the Falcons were introduced to this sellout crowd. We're set to go as the Falcons get ready to match up with the Tennessee Titans. It's 3-0 versus 2-1, a good early season battle as we're underway in Week 4. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Now a first-time 1,000-yard rusher from a season ago, it's Derrick Henry. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. Solid way to start the drive, 13 yards, picking up the first.
And that's a run that'll energize an offensive line. They'll take that one all day long. Fundamental breakdown by the defense. You've got to be able to make plays on the edge.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Derrick Henry. And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42. Charles, they won last week despite him not running the ball well. They told us need to get him going. Runs like that help.
And they talked to us about leaning on him because, as you noted, last week they didn't have to. Still won the ball game. They leaned on other people to give them the yardage that they needed, but they really want him to be that guy, and that's what they're doing early in this game.
Second and 5 now. Mariota nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Tyler Davison breaking through to get him to the ground. It's a loss of 7. And now maybe they want some extra time to talk about this 3rd and long play as we'll get a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. From the shotgun, it's Mariota. And the pressure gets to him again. Tech McKinley made his way into the backfield.
Well, how about that? A dime set on defense, 6 defensive backs. None of them blitz. They're just back there in coverage. Defensive lineman gets the sack.
That's where the O-line, they go to the sideline, they keep their helmets on so the cameras can't find them, right?
Yeah, the cameras can't find them, but I know one thing, the O-line coach will.
This is brought in at the 21. And a nice spin into some open field. 12 yards on the return that time. And the Falcons will be taking over 1st and 10. Ryan will bring the Falcons up now, 1st and 10 at the 33-yard line. A carry for Devontae Freeman, who missed most of last season. Devontae Freeman, they're not going to get him. Touchdown, Falcons. Devontae Freeman, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Falcons have taken the early lead. Tavecchio good on the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. Now after the touchdown, it's Bosher to kick it away. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. And here comes Tennessee as they get set to take the field. They punted last time they had it. What steps, Charles, you think they have to take to make sure they don't do that again?
Well, let's just go to the football 101, the trade expression 101. Win first down. Make 5, 6, 7.
And the Falcons get there. The Falcons get the sack. Down he goes. Tyler Davison picks up his second sack of the afternoon. So following the sack, they'll try to change their fortune here on 2nd and 13. Here's Mariota. And this one caught by Delaney Walker. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a third down.
One of the advantages of zone defense, as I remember it, is being able to see the play develop in front of you. One of the disadvantages, when they find those levels where they can hit you with it. Sometimes behind the corner and in front of the safety, it makes it tough to defend.
Mariota to throw it. And he locates Walker, complete. And he will have the first down, but he winds up paying for it pretty good. A Titan first down, Mariota to Walker.
First down.
This is Dion Lewis now in his 9th NFL season. And he'll get this up past the 45 to the 47. Tackle made by Devondre Campbell.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on 2nd down.
On 2nd down now, it's Lewis. And he's over midfield and into Falcon territory. Give him 4 on the carry, and it'll make this a 3rd and about 2.
And it's 3rd down.
Hey, where are they, King? Let's go, Heavy. Let's go, Heavy. Let me know what you got. What you got, Heavy? What you got, Heavy? One. He's checking Craig.
They'll try to run for the first with Henry. And he's taken down at the 43, but not before picking up the first. Able to get what they need to keep the drive going with a 6-yard pickup on 3rd down.
Check out.
Mariota now to throw on 1st down. And complete to the tight end Walker, right side. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. The Titans efficient passing on this drive. There's another 1st down. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Working out of the gun, Mariota. Forced out to his left. The ball comes out, but this will get out of bounds, so possession will stay the same. Now after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. While the training staff works on him, we'll step aside and be right back.
They're running it.
Now Lewis here on 1st down. And he'll take this inside the 20 and down to the 18. Give him 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
On 2nd and 7, Mariota, and it's caught. And into the end zone for a Tennessee touchdown. Taywan Taylor, his first touchdown on the year. And the Titans are an extra point away from tying this thing up. Extra point up and good by Suckup. And we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25. Atlanta now coming out on the field. And coming off a one-play drive that was so deflating for the defense, what's their mentality? How do they rally here and stop this offense?
Well, hopefully there's some determination that sets in because they weren't ready to go on the last one. Give all the credit to the offensive guys for getting it done, but to allow a run of that length, that's just not being prepared. So now, are they determined? Are they ready to read their keys and make the proper plays?
And we'll see how determined they are. Now Ryan. Man open, that's Calvin Ridley. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards.
Get ready, get ready, get ready.
Ryan on the handoff. It's Freeman. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. These two teams all tied after 1.
And on 3rd and 3, they decided to go with a dime package.
Yeah.
6 DBs.
Yeah, you're right. They've got 6 out there. Out of the gun, it's Ryan. It's caught. Jones. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. First catch so far for Julio. He's got a first down. That's what we're used to seeing from him right there. Plays like that, why he's number 4 in the league in terms of receiving yardage.
Able to make adjustments all along the way. Doesn't matter where he lines up, where he releases from. Working his way into the secondary, figures out defenses and finds weak spots in order to get open.
And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. Good yardage as he rumbles for 24 and a first.
This guy's well on his way now to a big game on the ground. It's another good run there. Puts him over the century mark in yardage, and we're still in the second quarter.
Wait! Bang, bang! 22!
From the red zone now, here's Ryan on first down. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
They went with a dime look on defense. 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Throwing again, Ryan. And he will find Ridley on the left side. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. That will go as a pickup of 7 on the 7th play of the drive. A 2nd down completion got him 7. Now here's 3rd and 3. From the gun, it's Ryan. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
They went with the dime look that time on defense, just flooded the field with defensive backs, blanketed everyone, took away all the passing angles, thus the incompletion.
Fourth down, and out comes the Falcon kicker, Giorgio Tavecchio. The kick by Tavecchio is good. And they take the lead here now at 10-7. So they put together a good little drive there, but ultimately stalling out in the red zone.
Yeah, I know a lot of people look at it as a little bit of a negative. They didn't get 6 points out of it, right? Didn't get the touchdown. But that's actually okay. They got 3 points, able to give their defense a little bit of rest, let them settle down over there. So all in all, to me, that's a good drive.
A reminder coming up tonight, a tough ticket in New Orleans. The Cowboys in town to take on the Saints on Sunday Night Football. Then tomorrow night, Charles and I, we go to Pittsburgh. Bengals and Steelers, two teams, well, they don't like each other very much. That's well documented. That starts at 8:15 Eastern as we close out the month of September. Give them 13 yards on the opening play of the drive and also give them a first down.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
Mariota going to bring him up 1st and 10. And he's a perfect 5 for 5 here to begin the game. Play fake to Henry. Now Mariota. Over the middle, that's caught by Taylor. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. That one good for 20 on the catch and run.
The goal for any offense versus a zone defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. To throw Mariota. And nearly picked off there. Almost intercepted. Instead, second down. Well, prior to that, he had hit his first 6 passes to start the game, so on a nice little run to begin.
It feels like this offense has carried its dress rehearsal into the game. You know, because you do practice it, you do go through it, and in this case, it is clicking exactly like they drew it up.
Ball on the 42 as they come up 2nd and 10.
Watch the slip, watch the slip. He's coming, he's coming, he's coming. We got one. Check 31.
A second down run with Lewis. And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. That'll be a loss of 4 yards on the play. And that'll force upon him a 3rd and 14.
Blue 18. Watch the run, watch the run. 45. Mike, 45. Man, I got
From the gun, Mariota. Escaping the pressure right. He may try. It comes, and he lost the football. Mariota had it jarred loose. And the Falcons grab it. And his guys are going to take over at the 34-yard line. He had gained really good yardage, but that's what you tell your quarterbacks, right? Get down after you've got the run.
You don't have to prove your toughness. You know, I think that's what a lot of coaches are trying to preach to their guys. Get the yardage, get down, protect the football, and protect yourself from extra hits as well.
Now Ryan. Wide open receiver complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. The drive starting play, a good one. Give him 19. Right after the turnover, they come out throwing.
And that means it's a sudden change situation. We used to practice it on defense. Sudden change, get out there, stop the offense. But you typically run out there a little bit unsettled. I think that's why he came right out throwing the football, hoping to catch him off balance.
And he did. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last 2 plays. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down.
21. 54, right there. 54. Hey, Echo. All day, defense, all day. 54.
From the shotgun, Ryan. They'll tussle for it, and this is going to be caught. Call that a very strong gain of 24.
Mohamed Sanu is a guy that is often overlooked because he just quietly goes about his business. But how about last season? Had a career-high 838 yards on 66 catches, and he can also play Wildcat quarterback for you as well.
This is Freeman on 1st and 10. Nifty move. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1.
And Falcons fans everywhere excited that Devontae Freeman is back on the field wearing number 24 in the red and black. Remember, he went down in week 2 in 2018 with an injury and didn't return. They're hoping to see the form that led him to 1,000-yard seasons in 2015 and 2016.
On 2nd down, it's Freeman. 1:58 left to play till we hit halftime. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. They'll look to run with Freeman. And he gets in. Touchdown, Atlanta. Devontae Freeman with his second touchdown of the game, 4th of the year. And the Falcons will extend their lead. The lefty Tavecchio now to add the extra point. It's good to make it 17-7. Now after the touchdown, it's Bosher to kick it away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have stayed where he was, as he'll only get back to the 16-yard line.
At their own 16-yard line.
And here comes Tennessee as they get set to take the field. And last time the turnover on the fumble, and they were in enemy territory, so that had to be very frustrating. Down on the scoreboard here, can't do it again.
You nailed every part of what was frustrating. Down on the scoreboard, had a drive going, and pushed it past the 50-yard line so they felt like they were in striking distance, and to come away with nothing, not a good feeling at all, to put it mildly. Now they can't afford to do that again.
Yeah, now can they get that bad taste out of their mouth here? On second down, here's Henry. And he's brought down at the 24 after a gain of 4.
Back-to-back 4-yard runs. Now look, if they just do that all the way downfield, ball ends up in the end zone, but that's a little difficult to do.
Yeah, I think now 3rd and 2, that defense ready to stiffen up and stop that run. Mariota. And almost picked off. I guess the good news for them now, it's 4th down.
Perhaps they overthought this one a little bit. They've been running it real well on this drive, and it was 3rd and short, okay? They decided to throw the football incomplete. Yeah, they might have thought just a little bit too hard about that play selection.
On is Kern, the punter, to send this one away. Taken in at the 22. So possession goes over here on the punt. And out will come the offense as they take over. Here comes the Atlanta offense now ready to take over here. They have to be pleased with the way that they moved the football thus far.
And why wouldn't they be? 2 touchdowns on a field goal in their first 3 possessions. They're playing so well right now, the field goal probably feels like a disappointment.
Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete. He was looking for Julio Jones, his Pro Bowl receiver, and it's 2nd down.
Well, there's times when you see these catches that are made, and we just know the guys playing it are really wishing for college rules. Only need that one foot down instead of 2. It's awfully difficult on the sideline, isn't it?
2nd and 10 now. Ryan. He's going to float this one deep right side. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
The positioning here is key. As a defensive back, you're taught 99% of the time, make a play on the football. But in this case, making a play on the man was all the difference. That's what forced the incompletion.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10.
Mike 5-5, Mike 55, Mike 5-5. Hey, check Mike. Watch 55. Let's go one more.
From the gun, Ryan. And he's got a man, Calvin Ridley. Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 25 seconds to go here in half number 1. Ryan now 6 of 10 in this first half. He's got his guys a first down here. Final throw again. Looking in zone for Jones. And he's got his star receiver. It's Jones for the Falcon touchdown. Julio Jones as the first half is winding down. And the Falcons will add on to their lead. Extra point up and good by Tavecchio. And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. Now after the touchdown, it's Bosher to kick it away. That's fielded in the end zone. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25. And here comes Tennessee as they get set to take the field. We're under 20 seconds to go in the half. I'm guessing the wise play here is be safe.
That is the wise play because if you think about trying to fool them here, here's what you're facing. You're facing a loosened up secondary, playing a lot deeper than normal. So even if you run some type of misdirection, you're only going to fool them for a second or so. And guess what? They're so deep, they're really not going to be out of position. Take the knee, get to the locker room.
He's going to wind up and air it out. And that's incomplete. Clock stops with 10 seconds left.
Intended for Corey Davis. Incomplete. It's now 2nd and 10 at the 25-yard line.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
Let's get in there now. 45 to Mike. 45 Delta. Watch the run.
To throw is Mariota. Steps away to his left. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. 6 yards there off the scramble, but it'll still leave him with a 3rd down.
A gain of 6 yards. And it's 3rd down.
And this will probably be the last play of the quarter. Final play of the half here. Mariota uncorks one for Davis. That's caught inside the 20. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, the Falcons back to receive. They've got the lead, and they'll get this football as the second half gets underway. That'll be taken in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20. Ryan and the Falcons now come up 1st and 10 at their own 18.
All day, every day, any day. Let's go.
This one caught by Ridley. And he'll lose yardage on this one back to the 13. It's a loss of 5 there, bringing up 2nd.
They completed the screen on the perimeter, but boy, that was textbook defense, exactly as you're taught to play against a wide receiver screen, and they snuffed it out for a loss of yardage.
Ready, 59, 59. Let's go, D. Let's go.
On 2nd down, Freeman. A good pickup there, 13 yards as they get closer for 3rd down.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
The Falcons on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 2.
Let's go, D. Tighten up.
Again, they'll run with Freeman. And he's able to get it to the 31, and that's enough for the first. 5 yards is the pickup there as that extends this drive.
Well, someone's been having a good game so far, and you know something? A lot of it's been power running. They decided to turn him loose again on 3rd down, didn't they?
They did indeed. He delivered the tough yards. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
Here we go, D. Hey, it's just me and you. It's just me and you. It's just me and you.
From the gun, it's a run for Freeman. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
Focus, defense, focus.
Now they'll throw it with Ryan. And Jones has it over the middle. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down.
One thing I can say pretty safely, that route is not called if you don't have a guy who can throw the ball and put some mustard on it. Because if you're going to lollipop it in the middle of the field, bad things usually happen. It takes a strong-arm guy who can rifle it in there, and they were able to successfully complete that one.
Hey, check. Hey, seam 6.
Mike 5-4. Too little, Captain.
And now prior to this 3rd and 1, we're going to get a timeout here. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. The Falcons on 3rd down. They've been good, 3 for 4 thus far. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. Now Ryan going to give it to Freeman. And he's taken down at the 43, but not before picking up the first. A gain of 4 that time as the drive continues.
Falcons, 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 43-yard line.
Back 25.
Right there, 54 Mike.
Quarterback, don't get nervous now. We ain't beginning to turn you up. Don't get nervous. Gotta go.
And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. A full 5-yard loss that time. It's going to make 2nd down pretty tough. So after a rare misstep on this drive, they'll try to make amends on 2nd and 15. Operating from the gun. Ryan getting it out left side to Sanu. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains. So operating from Tennessee territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 43. Now it's Ryan. He's going to be sacked. They sack him back right at the midfield stripe. Cameron Wake in there for the sack, and it's an important one from a personal standpoint, as that is sack number 100 in what has certainly been a terrific career to this point. Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack. Now it's Ryan. Connects with Sanu right side. And he'll go down here at the 35-yard line.
A gain of 14 yards brings up 3rd down.
So 2 of 2 on 3rd down conversions on this drive, and now they face a 3rd and 3 here. They toss to Freeman. Good move at the 30. And he'll be brought down, but a tip of the cap on the spin move as that gives him a first down. 9 yards on the pickup there, and it keeps the drive alive. On the heels of that good carry by Devontae Freeman, here's 1st and 10. Now they try the right side here. And Freeman lost the football. It's picked up by the Titans. Often on fumbles, you look at the guy who coughed it up and say, geez, what did he do? But, hey, let's tip the cap to the defense here.
Not a problem at all, my man. I'm not even going to tip it. I'm going to doff my cap to him. Congratulations. Big-time play. Knocking it free and creating something good for your team.
Mariota now after the fumble recovery. And he's taken down. Back at his own 7. The sack coming from Adrian Claiborne off the edge.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
On 2nd down now. It's Lewis. And strong running there gets this up over the 15-yard line. A sizable gain there of 9 yards, but it's still 3rd and long.
Getting had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
Let's put him on the buses. Let's put that. 45 to Mike.
From the shotgun, it's Mariota. He finds Humphreys. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. The 21 yards there as they convert on 3rd.
First down, Titans.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Back now here on EA Sports. It's Titan football here as they trail to begin the 4th quarter. First down, Mariota. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. It's a gain of 5 on the play, and it'll be a 2nd down. You got the big lead defensively, willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
On 2nd down, it's Lewis. And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. Call it a loss of 6 on the play. And that's going to lead to a 3rd and 11.
Mike, 45. We got to get the ball. Can you get the ball right here? Let's go.
Working out of the gun, Mariota. And he's got a man, Corey Davis. 30, the 20. Touchdown, Titans. Corey Davis, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Titans are able to close the gap just a bit.
As a fan, is there anything prettier than a well-executed post route?
No, it's a thing of beauty, especially when it's done like that for a touchdown.
The throw, the catch, and how about the run after to get it to the end zone?
They go for just 1 here as it's up and good. And the lead down to 10, 24-14. So the lead back down to 10 as things get a little more interesting, and the kick is away. That's fielded in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he'll get this only back to the 20. Ryan will bring the Falcons up now 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line. The drive will start with a carry by Devontae Freeman. And some room to roam now. Devontae Freeman, they're not going to get him. And he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Devontae Freeman. An 80-yard touchdown. And the Falcons will extend their lead. Tavecchio good on the extra point. And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. Now after the touchdown, it's Bosher to kick it away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line.
Check, 59. Watch the pass.
And Davis has it over the middle. And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34. Decent start to the drive, but let's face it, they need a lot of things to go right in a short amount of time, down 3 scores.
Yeah, they're going to run their 2-minute offense here in this game, but this is for future games. Can they get better and be ready for the next time, hopefully with a chance to win?
Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's 2nd and a yard from the 34. Mariota to throw it. Trying to force it to his tight end, Walker, and it's intercepted. Ricardo Allen with a pick. And this return is going to be halted right around the 28-yard line. Thought he had the pick. Flag comes in for PI, so cancel it out.
Interference. Oh, a killer for them. Thought they had a nice play. Instead, they'll be marching off yardage against them.
Here we go. Here we go. Here we go.
A first down throw for Mariota. Over the middle to Smith. And they'll work this down to the 40-yard line. Tackled there. The catch and run there, good for 16 and a first.
And after that completion, you can understand why so many teams in the league are emphasizing speed on defense at every position. The tight ends have created so many tough matchups now. If you can't run with a tight end as a linebacker, this is going to be the result every time.
Mariota. Pressure brought in, and the Falcons get there for the sack. Tack McKinley able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
Brandon, I think you understand the type of afternoon this offensive line is having. It is a long one for them. Long for you to spend it with me. Long for them trying to block those guys. They've given up a whole lot of sacks, and the speed and quickness of that defensive line is eating them alive.
So now 20 yards to go on 2nd down after the sack. Work to be done.
Where are they, team? One.
Mariota now from the 50. So a nice job to break the 1 tackle, but not much daylight after that as he's brought down. They'll get 5 on the dump off there, and that'll lead to a 3rd down.
And it's 3rd down.
The Titans on 3rd down. They've had good success, 5 for 8 to this point. This will be 3rd and 15. Now Mariota. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. A gain of 22.
A gain of 22 yards. First down, Tennessee.
Mariota now 13 of 16 throwing the football. It's 1st and 10. Running from the gun with Henry. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain on the play there. 2nd down. It's rare that a man his size can at least push forward for a yard, but they stopped him there for nothing.
You're talking about Tiny? You talking about the little guy back
Tiny.
there? That monster. Yeah, you're exactly right. And it takes a group effort to get a guy like that down and not let him find some space. The first guy in, he's got to take one for the team, right? Because he's just waiting there and holding on for everyone else to help him out.
It's a pickup of 17 and a 1st down. Great mix of play calling so far. 3 runs, 3 passes. All 3 passes have been completions. 1st and goal.
I think on defense now, you have to almost take a chance. Rely on your scouting. Pick a play you think they would.
And he will score. Touchdown, Titans. Delaney Walker. His second touchdown on the season. And the Titans are able to cut into that deficit. Extra point put through by Succop, and that will get them one closer. Well, when you're leading in the fourth quarter, that's not the penalty you want.
Not at all, and now your discipline comes into question. Having poise this stage of the game, you can't have those kind of plays.
So the lead back down to 10 as things get a little more interesting, and the kick is away. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20, call it the 21-yard line. Ryan and the Falcons now come up 1st and 10 at their own 21. They'll run with Freeman here to begin the drive. And he's got room. Devontae Freeman, they're not going to get him. The 30, 10, 5. And he loses the football a second time. It's picked up by the Titans. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Partner, that one looked like it was over. I mean, they had control, had the football, and the defense had to make a play in order to keep them in the game. That's exactly what they did.
And now that door ajar, 2-score game, so hold on here, not done in the fourth. And this will probably be the final play before the 2-minute warning. They'll start on the ground. It's Derrick Henry. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So the Titans in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. Here's Mariota. And the Falcons get there. The Falcons get the sack. Down he goes. Tack McKinley in there to drop him as that clock continues to run. Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on 2nd down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. Mariota to throw. And Davis with it left side. Now a timeout being called as there's an injured Titan down on the field. While the trainers take a look, we'll step aside. The Titans on 3rd down. 6 conversions and 9 tries. They've done a great job of picking these up. This will be 3rd and 6. Now the throw on 3rd down, knocked away and incomplete.
And I think we'll probably see them go for it here on 4th down. No reason not to. Down a couple of scores, they have to try and make something good happen.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. Now Mariota on 4th down. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. They keep the game alive, at least for the moment, as it's a 1st down. Clock management definitely critical here if they want to get back in this game.
Absolutely agreed. They have to up the tempo in this case, down a couple of scores. Want to make sure they have a chance to win this ball game.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Kill. Check. Lucky.
Now Freeman, he's been busy today. Oh no, he lost the football. It's picked up by the Titans. And he'll get it all the way down inside the 35-yard line.
Well, I'm guessing that on the sidelines there might be a few words said about that mistake there, but I don't think it's going to hurt them in the long run. They're still going to get out of here with a win.
Yeah, they got the 2-score cushion, but you know what coaches say, Charles? Finish strong.
Finish the game out the way it's supposed to be played. In fact, coaches might be secretly happy. Gives them a chance to do a little extra coaching next week.
They'll run on 1st down. It's Lewis. And he's going to get 7 out of this before being taken down at the 27.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. Here's Mariota. He's going to let it fly. And this is intercepted, but they'll say out of bounds. So very close to a turnover there in the end zone. He was trying to get it to Taywan Taylor, and it's 3rd and short.
And 3 yards to go.
Where are they, team? 45. Cross the flags. One.
Mariota. And that will be incomplete. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning, hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed, if there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down. And the 10-year vet knocks it through the goalpost, and the drive will wind up yielding 3. So they recovered the fumble, but ultimately could not take advantage of the short field.
Definitely a lost opportunity right there. I mean, they were in prime position to put 6 on the board, ended up settling for 3.
Well, 4th quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
Another running situation on the doorstep as they come up 2nd and 10. Freeman again. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. Now Tennessee going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they get it with just 19 seconds left on the clock. The Falcons on 3rd down. They have been superb. 5 for 6 to this point. This is going to be 3rd and 13. Throwing now is Ryan. It's caught. Jones. It's a gain of 14 there, and that should be enough to get them home free. Now the Titans will use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in the football game. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Ryan heads down to a knee, and that should wrap this one up.
A loss of a yard brings up 2nd and 11 at the Titans' 33-yard line.
So time runs out. It's a victory for the Atlanta Falcons, and they were really helped by their defense, forcing 3 turnovers.
I think what we saw in this one, today's defense. And what I mean by that is in the old days, pitching shutouts was big time. That was paramount. But the big thing was holding people down, holding down their yardage, right? Don't let them throw the ball through the air and gain a lot of... But now, it's about taking the ball away. Taking away possessions, getting the ball back for their offense. They had 3 takeaways in this one, and it led them to victory.
So for Atlanta, hey, they finish a perfect month of September as they move to 4-0 on the new campaign. And they'll hit the road next week to take on the Houston Texans. Meanwhile, for the Titans, they'll fall back to 500 at 2-2. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Certainly have to thank Charles Davis, my broadcast partner, and our entire crew. We'll catch you next time right here. It's the NFL on EA Sports.